on his website, if you take one look at Mike's sweat pledge, and while it's not political, it is the antithesis of the progressive welfare mentality. I looked at that and read that today, and I want everybody in this audience to go to MikeRoweWorks I think it's com or org .com and print this and read this tonight to your kids. Get your kids to sign this. This is something that he's doing for scholarship to college. But I think you should have this in your kids. This is the answer to the cancer that is America. And it comes from the dirty jobs guy. This, I think, is why he might end up being a real hard target, because the things he's saying go against what the rest of the world is preaching. We talked about it earlier today on the radio, on the Glenn Beck program, which you can find on the Blaze. But here is just a taste of what this sweat pledge is all about.
Mike Rowe is a new friend of the program and new friend of the network. Now, you tell me this isn't 100% common sense. Mike is asking people to donate and just buy a $10 poster and put it up someplace to help spread the word. Donate for these scholarships that he's giving to trade schools. And right now he has $800,000 in scholarships. I personally think that should be a $10 million thing. We should be helping people. Anyone who would sign this, and you have to sign this before you even apply. Now listen to this sweat pledge. This is what you have to sign before you. This is step one. Sign this pledge. I believe that I have won the greatest lottery of all time. I'm alive. I walk on earth. I live in America. So above all things, I'm grateful. Who disagrees with that? Number 2, I believe I'm entitled to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Nothing more, period. I also understand that happiness and the pursuit of happiness are not the same thing. Boy, if I were drinking, sounds like something that I would have written up. I'd be like, yeah, let me tell you something else. I mean, this is so distilled common sense. 3, I believe there is no such thing as a bad job. I believe that all jobs are opportunities, and it's up to me to make the best of them. 4, I do not follow my passion. I bring it with me. I believe that any job can be done with passion and enthusiasm. 5, I deplore debt, and I do all that I can to avoid it. I'd rather live in a tent and eat beans than borrow money to pay for a lifestyle I can't afford. 6, I believe that my safety is my responsibility. I understand being in compliance, and I understand it doesn't necessarily mean that I'm out of danger. 7, I believe the best way to distinguish myself at work is to show up early, stay late, and cheerfully volunteer for every crappy task that there is. 8, I believe the most annoying sounds in the world are whining and complaining. I'll never make those sounds. If I'm unhappy in my work, I'll either find a new job or I'll find a way to be happy. 9, I believe my education is my responsibility and absolutely critical to my success. I'm resolved to learn as much as I can from whatever source is available to me, and I will never stop learning, and I understand that library cards are free. 10, I believe I'm a product of my choices, not my circumstances. I'll never blame anyone for my shortcomings or the challenges that I face, and I will never accept the credit for something I didn't do. 11, I understand the world is not fair, and I'm okay with that. I don't resent the success of others. Can you imagine if the president would put this out? This fixes our trouble. 12, I believe that all people are created equal. But I believe that people make choices. Some choose to be lazy. Some choose to sleep in. I choose to work my butt off. On my honor, I hereby affirm the above statements to be accurate summation of my personal worldview, and I promise to live by them. Then you sign and date it. That's the first step. Make that sweat pledge your family's sweat pledge. Don't just make that for their education. When they make that, put that in. I'm putting this in my children's bedrooms tonight. You put this up and hang this up in your kids' bedrooms. You can find that, by the way, at MicroWorks, Rowe with an E, works.com.